Hey guys, welcome back to the Ordinary Guys podcast. I'm Dion,
Chris?
and today we're gonna dive on to little different subjects than we usually do. We usually go a little bit, deep into stuff. Let's make it a little light today. Talk about some movies.
Movies?
Yeah, movies. And
That's a good topic.
we haven't talked about any movies on this channel.
No, we haven't. We actually watch movies.
A lot of
pretty
movies,
frequent.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, anything lately? Anything good?
Well, I ended up just watching recently a movie called Wonder.
Okay.
It was actually about a child that had facial deformity, and then he ended up was going to private school. Well, not private school, homeschooled
Okay.
by his mom, and then ended up going to regular school, public school, or whatever. Because his mom was just like, I think you're at the right age for you to start attending school, right?
Okay.
And then obviously when he's there, he goes through a bunch of stuff while he's in school, kids bullying him making friends, him learning different things by just interacting with different people.
Okay.
But all in all, in that movie, you get to really, I guess, put yourself in the shoes of someone that has to go through that struggle.
Right.
And kind of get a better understanding,
Right.
and see them in a different light.
Right.
So it was a great movie, man.
You know what? That movie actually, the way you're describing it, I haven't seen it. I know this is a movie that you recommended that I see, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but I did see a movie similar to that, like back in the day, bro. It was called Mask. I don't know if you ever seen it. Have you ever heard of like a historical character called the Elephant Man?
Yes.
Okay, it's pretty much like a take on that. It's just kid. By the way, the movie is starring Cher. She's like she's like the mother of the kid.
Oh,
I think you probably seen it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he has
I remember now.
Yeah, he has like a facial deformity.
Yeah.
And goes to school, gets bullied, and all this and all that. So yeah, that movie sounds a lot like that. So this is probably like another rendition.
Well, no, this was actually.
Is it a true story?
This was actually based off of a novel.
Oh, okay.
So I forget
by the same title.
Yeah, Wonder.
Okay,
It was off of a very famous author, I guess.
Okay.
Which this was the very first time that I ended up hearing about her, but I ended up researching the book, and apparently the book did great.
Okay.
And so after the book came out, then they were like, you know what, let's go ahead and try and feed this story over to Hollywood and try and get it out there. And obviously it did great. Has Owen Wilson in it.
That's right.
It has Julia Roberts in it.
Okay.
And so they sold the story so great.
Okay. That's good. I mean, sounds good. I mean, you know what? You can actually take that into real life, of course, because it's pretty much has to do with bullying and anti-bullying and accepting people for the way they are, and so that's what I teach my kids. Especially like when they're going to school, like don't not be friends with someone because they look different or they speak different, or you know what I mean. And you see someone getting bullied, try to stop it. I know it's not everybody's thing to try and like get in the middle of anything, but like when I was in school, I was pretty much friends with everyone that didn't have like a group of friends. You know what I mean? Exactly. It didn't fit in, like the misfits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was sort of a social misfit a little bit as well, but my sisters were there before me, so I kind of had that comfort. Like I already knew people before I even got to the school, but there was a whole group of kids that no one was friends with.
Yeah.
So I made friends with them, and I had the best time in school, man.
Yeah, it was a great movie due to the fact that, like, at what you're mentioning right now, it even gave you insight as to what the people around that specific character was going through, right?
Okay.
So, for instance, like in the main character's story, it was him, it was his mom and dad, obviously, and then he had an older sister, right?
Okay.
So it was giving the perspective of each and every individual's character.
Okay.
So like things that he was going through, but then at the same time, here's what his sister went through as well.
Okay, just being a sibling of a
exactly.
Okay.
And so it was a good movie all in all, man. And like I said, it was something that I was just like, I have to show this to Dion and you know, for you to show it to your kids and whatnot. But great movie, dude. Highly recommend it.
Movie that I just saw recently is actually with my daughter was Hocus Pocus 2. Seriously. You know what? I saw
when you told me, I was just like, bro, I just watched the first one. I bought it.
The original was
Target.
Awesome, bro. I love the original. That's a good like movie for this time for like this time of year, Halloween. And I mean, the second one is like it didn't really miss a beat, bro. It just like continued from the last one.
So here's a question because I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
Right, and I guess it's a spoiler for everyone else that's watching our channel, but whatever.
I'll try not to do any spoilers. I'll try my best.
So my question is, are the original characters still in the story, or does it follow like a different storyline?
Well, it's 30 years later.
Okay.
So a lot of time has passed.
Right.
You know, the original characters,
like the three witch sisters.
They're still the same.
Okay.
Still exactly the same. Same three ladies. Of course, reprising their roles. And like I said, bro, it's like they didn't miss a beat, man. It's like this. It's like the same feel.
Okay.
You know what I mean? A little bit more singing than I would like right off the bat, but it is what it is. I mean,
you gotta understand, it's Disney's Disney. Known for their musicals, exactly. So I get it.
But but in the original, it really wasn't. It was like one singing number, or maybe two. I think I don't remember one. That's it. Like at the big party or something like that. That's all I remember.
Oh, there was two. Okay, because it's when the sisters were at the house. Exactly. Too, remember? So there's technically
okay, so two, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it starts off with one, which is fine. But it's introducing three new characters.
Okay.
Three girls, of course. A little spoiler. Sorry. One ends up actually being an actual witch.
Oh wow.
You know.
Okay, so here's another question then. Now that I know that the witch sisters are still there, right? What about the other cast members from the original movie?
The zombie guy?
No. The boy with the sister and then the girlfriend, remember?
They are no longer in there.
They're not in the movie? No, okay, gotcha. All right.
Or if they are and they're older, I didn't notice them.
Okay.
I need to go back and watch because they could be in there and I just didn't know.
Honestly, I want to watch it just because I'm all into the holidays or whatever. Right. So this one is like a must for me to see.
It's definitely what my daughter loved it, bro.
Yeah,
she loved it. She wanted to watch it again right after we finished watching it. That's how kids do. But anyway, anything else you're looking forward to seeing? Anything coming up soon?
An older movie.
Okay.
That I started watching and I actually own it. And it's somewhere in my collection. But Midway. Pearl Harbor. Okay. Japan versus U.S. Okay. I wanted to watch that. So Midway's a great one. That.
Did you see Maverick?
Yes.
Did you see it?
Yes, bro. I watched it. Yes. Bro. I mean, we're a little past the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's been like 2 months since it came out.
Man,
but such a great movie.
I think it was better than the original.
I wouldn't go that far.
I think it was better than the original. I think because of the action of it is
there. Well, I mean, because you have to understand too that the entire the technology that ended up evolving from I want to say it was like late 80s that movie was made.
I was a kid, bro. Yeah.
So imagine 30 plus years into the making.
Well, okay, I guess not better than the original, but it's a great addition to the original. Yes. It's like it just keep going. It's like, it's awesome, bro.
Is there another movie that I really want to talk about?
I'm a Marvel fan and a DC fan, so anything Marvel or DC coming out, I'm here for it, man. I just heard about Wolverine gonna be in Deadpool 3, bro.
Deadpool.
I can't fucking wait,
bro. I'm excited for that one, bro. To be honest with you, I'm super excited for us to see Hugh Jackman.
Yes, bro. And did you see the little clip that they did?
Yes.
He just walks in the background. He's like, hey,
me personally, I really wasn't a Deadpool fan. I was more geared towards Wolverine since I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
So, and then obviously the movie, Hugh Jackman was just phenomenal in the entire series, right? So for him to come back and just man his role one more time, I'm excited.
You know what? Originally, when the first X-Men came out, because like I've been a Marvel fan, DC fan since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I used to read comics and everything. So, when I first saw Hugh Jackman, I'm like, this guy is way too tall. Like, there's no way.
I thought so
there's
too.
There's no way he's gonna be able to play this. Wolverine is like 5'3" or some shit, you know, and he's stocky and huge, you know. And then he does this, and I'm like, okay.
Spot on,
bro. And I'm like, okay, I can kind of look past that. Then now I can't see anyone else.
Exactly.
Even though he's gone, and they actually kind of push on this because they did like a little like press release, not press release, but like a YouTube video, because a lot of people were like, okay, how is Wolverine back? And he died in Logan. They're like, well, Logan was set in 2029. So this is before.
That's true.
So they can do anything
for
right now. I'm like,
that's so mind blowing. Bro. Yeah,
perfect. I didn't even think about that. So I'm like, see, because that was Old Man Logan, that comic story. So okay, he's gone then, but this is still in continuity because that's what's happened. Like they're jumping back and forth, you know?
I'm excited for it, man.
That's crazy, bro.
Like I said, I just when I saw Hugh Jackman do that role, I was just blown away. And for him to be willing to come back and do another one, I was just like, dude, this is perfect. Because like you said, I can't see anyone else, you know, taking up that role.
Right. I can't wait to see Black Panther 2. I mean, I know it's gonna be bittersweet. You know, because Chadwick is not there anymore. But I want to see like what adaptation they have to that. I mean, it has to be. I mean, I'm thinking that his sister is gonna take up the mantle. Take up the mantle?
Anyway, going back on topic.
But yeah, well, anyway, yeah, I mean, because like I said, I'm waiting for Black Panther 2. Chadwick is actually, of course, no longer there, but I've seen a lot of clips, and it's gonna be epic, bro. It's gonna be good. Because you got, I mean, Namor literally is the first mutant of Marvel.
What's a shame that they can't bring back what's this guy's name? Michael B. Jordan.
You never know. They probably could.
Well, no, they killed him off.
Well, we saw him die, but like, come on, with Wakandan technology, they could have fucking got him and put him in something, and there's rebuilding him, or you know what I mean? Come on.
I don't know.
Hey. Come on, Marvel's done worse. They bring people back from the dead all the time.
Here's the other thing too, though. Like, he can't reprise that role, and the reason why he can't is because he was put on as the villain. Remember?
Well, yeah. I mean,
so it's like he can't really take that role unless like I'm gonna hate myself if they take our idea, if this didn't really exist,
story arc,
and then. Hey, if you're watching this and this doesn't exist, at least give us credit.
A little bit.
And you know, just saying, just throwing that idea out there. Anyway, say like he didn't die, right?
Okay.
And he obviously walks off and all of a sudden he has his own storyline, right? Where he has to heal and recover from his wounds, but then in the trajectory of that, he ends up learning a bunch of life lessons, and then all of a sudden he turns good, and lo and behold, now he gets to reprise the role.
Right. Because I'm saying, remember when him and Chadwick were dueling?
Yes.
And he stabbed him and threw him over, and they thought he was dead, and all of a sudden they find him at M'Baku's, and he's buried, and they're trying to keep him alive.
Yeah.
Same thing could happen. You know what I mean? Give him the heart-shaped herb, bring him back, he's good to go. Yeah, if you take this.
I'm just saying, give us some credit for the story.
Exactly,
that's all I'm saying.
I just want my name at the bottom. Whenever all the credits are gone, it's right there. You know what I mean?
But how great would it be for Michael B. Jordan to be in that movie?
That would be awesome, bro. I think it would.
Did you know that in his new Creed movie, guess who's going to be in it?
There's another Creed coming out?
There's another Creed coming out.
Who's going to be in it?
Take a wild guess. I'll give you a hint.
Dolph Lundgren.
No. No, come on. That's over. That's over and done with.
Well, the last one was him and Dolph's son,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, okay. I didn't see
but
that
no,
one.
that's over. That's over and done with. No, I'll give you one hint. He's a very famous boxer right now. No,
Is he black?
Doesn't ring a bell.
He's black.
No,
Is he really a boxer?
he's really a boxer.
Like,
As a matter of fact, I'll give you another hint. This is the last one. This is the last hint I'm gonna give you. He just fought this past September.
he's heavyweight.
He is. I guess you could consider it light heavyweight.
It's not who I think it is it?
Well, say the name. I don't know what you're thinking.
I'm thinking like that YouTube guy.
Oh no, God no,
Like
Jake
Paul?
Paul?
Oh,
Hell
God,
no. That would be funny if you were in the Creed movie though.
Please no, bro.
I honestly would get some type of.
I mean, look,
entertainment out of it.
no offense to Jake Paul. You know, he does his thing. Hey, go make your money, bro. I don't knock nobody's hustle.
You can't knock on the guy.
Yeah, I don't knock nobody's hustle, but I mean, it's just not my thing. You know.
Neither is mine.
He's not for everybody.
Like I said, you can't knock on the guy. He did it, man.
Who are you talking about, bro?
All right, so Canelo's going to be in the next Creed movie.
Really?
Yes. And the reason why I brought up the September fight was because Michael B. Jordan was inside the ring with Canelo. Canelo just had a fight. What was it? September 17th or September 7th? One of the two.
I didn't see it.
Anyway, he ended up fighting with one of the biggest names in boxing,
Right.
Gennady Golovkin.
Okay.
So in that fight, they ended up bringing Michael B. Jordan.
No
in the ring.
way.
Yeah.
That's like okay, like a precursor.
So it's
that's cool.
Yeah,
he's gonna be in the movie.
It's gonna be lit. I can't. That's another movie I'm really excited to see. It's gonna be the new.
My knees down. So.
But
did you see the movie the Woman King?
No,
I didn't see it either. I thought my wife was gonna want to see it. I mean, she does want to see it, but she literally thought it was Black Panther 2.
Oh God!
I was like, this is why I don't want to watch it. Like, it's almost like they're like trying to like ride that. You know, I know it's a totally different story, and the story that they're telling is not historically accurate. So I don't know.
That's why, like, I saw who was it that ended up I think it was Michael B. Jordan that ended up advertising for it a little bit. And I was just like, nah.
Did you see that movie? What's it called? Nope. Did you see that?
Nope.
Nope. It's different. It's a Jordan Peele movie.
Okay.
So you know
Jordan Peele. Oh, the one where it's like everyone's being abducted by aliens and they're over here trying to like fight off and
pretty much.
It was too fictional for me.
I'm indifferent about it.
I didn't watch it. Granted, I didn't watch it, but just Jordan and Peele, bro. I knew it was gonna be off the cuff.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just veered away from it. I couldn't watch it. You watched it?
Yeah, I watched it.
All right. Let me hear your take.
I fell asleep on a couple parts of it. I'm not gonna lie.
You're just an old man. I mean,
maybe that's the case. Need some vitamins. But
anyway,
vitamin water. Anyway, yeah.
If they want to sponsor us, I'm okay with that.
Hey, I could use a little pep, bro. Trust me. No, but anyway, you couldn't hold it in, could you?
No, I
need a little pep.
30 different.
I feel like Joe Biden right now.
30 different things are running through my mind. Anyway,
dirty. Anyway, what I was saying, I did see Nope. I mean, it was okay.
What did you take from it, though? Like what key parts were like, wow, this is entertaining?
Just the design of the entity, the alien thing.
Okay.
That was something totally different. I've never seen that before. So that was very like fresh. You know what I mean?
It wasn't like Independence Day.
No,
type
it wasn't
of
like
stuff.
it's the same as everything else, like it's just a variation of everything else. This was totally different.
Really?
Totally different. I wouldn't expect that. It was
Okay.
just like first you think it's like a ship because it looks like a ship,
Uh-huh.
and then it morphs into like something totally different, bro.
Okay.
It's like it creates like storms. It's weird, bro. It's so weird. I mean, it's good, but yeah, it's not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, bro.
No, not
Yeah.
that's why I was just like, I no, not for me.
I mean, if you have nothing else to do, watch it.
By all means.
But it's not gonna be like, oh, I gotta watch. No, I gotta get some popcorn. No, it's not that type of movie. For me, it's not. My opinion is not everyone's opinion, you know. But I do like Jordan Peele movies. Get Out was great. I think it was another one called what it was called, like Us or something like that. Yeah, that was pretty good too. That was a good movie.
Yeah.
It's like I'm good.
All right. What else we got?
All
on
right,
the
so
list? All right. So what else we got on list?
well, we also got this affects everyone. Gas prices, of course.
Oh man. As a matter of fact, because the last time I ended up filling up on the truck,
Right.
I think it was like $5.69 a gallon. How much is it now?
Last time I filled up, which is yesterday, is about $6.13
For premium or
for regular unleaded, bro.
$6.13 a gallon?
$6.13 a gallon. Granted, it was at I think it was like a Shell station. So,
Well, no, I mean that's usually what I use, or Chevron.
yeah,
But
$6.13.
$6.13 for regular gas.
$6.13 for regular. It was in Moore Park, so that's your area too. I know.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's just about
Yeah.
5 miles from me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bro. It's crazy.
I mean, I've been avoiding using my cars as much,
Right.
because of that reason, and then all my cars, especially the truck, I use premium on mine.
Right.
So I'm guessing if regular gas is at $6.13, anywhere
Roughly.
between $6.30 to $6.59,
something like that. Yeah, depending
For
on if
premium?
you're using cash or card. Card is always going to
sometimes
be
it's cash,
$10 more.
sometimes it's card.
Cash is always going to be a little bit
But
cheaper.
now, that sucks, bro.
Yes, that sucks for everybody, especially
Christmas is coming up right around the corner.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving
Yep.
is really coming up.
I'm gonna have to do a lot of traveling on Thanksgiving because I have to go get some in-laws to bring them over to my house, and that's like fucking an hour away already. So
Damn.
that's an hour there,
And an hour back.
cook, and then an hour back. So
Not to mention the fact that everything else is getting super expensive.
exactly everything, bro. I mean, rent, electricity. I mean, everything is going
Check
up.
this
bro.
out. I mean, it's always been expensive there, but when we went out to Disneyland,
Right.
but my wife got, I want to say it was fish and chips, right? And
Okay.
I ended up getting some chicken tenders. Guess how much I paid for that? And
How
a
much?
drink each.
How much?
Take a wild guess, bro. Throw a number out there.
$25.
I wish. Bro, chicken tenders, fish and chips, and then instead of fries, we both got tangerines, and then we each got a drink.
Okay.
63 and some change
Where the hell was this at?
at Disneyland.
Oh,
That's what I was telling you. Like,
Right,
no matter
right,
if
right, right.
I know
Oh,
it's
wow.
expensive, but
like,
damn.
damn, yeah, bro. That's why people sneak food in. We're like, we're
So
just gonna
check
put this in
out.
mommy's purse.
What was it? Last night we went out to go eat. No, last night. Like right after you left.
Okay.
So we went to go eat lunch, and we each got a sandwich. I ended up getting a smoothie, and that was it.
Okay.
Right. For 2 sandwiches and a smoothie, guess how much I paid? Even here, bro, this was just on the street.
$25. We're gonna keep throwing that out there.
I ended up paying like 40 some dollars
That's
for that.
crazy, bro.
And I was just like, bro, I could have made this stuff at home for a fraction of the price.
Yeah.
You know? So it's not just gas prices that are really affecting us. It's practically everything right now.
But is this is gas prices? I know for me, it's affecting me taking my family anywhere because it's cost too fucking much, bro. And it's like there's a lot of plans that we have to go here and go there, but it's like I'm doing the math in my head. I'm like, it's not adding up anymore. You know, the job that I have, it's not covering everything like it used to. You know, the price of everything, the cost of living is going up, but the wages are not. You know,
that's why if you've noticed, and I mean, here's the worst part about it is the fact that they were talking about, oh, well, let's go ahead and raise minimum wage to $15 here in California, right? And I was just like, what good is that going to do us when everything else is being overly inflated?
Exactly. It doesn't make sense. It can't keep up. The reason why they did they don't want to raise the minimum wage because they knew that inflation, and it's not going to balance it out. It's not it doesn't balance out at all. So you still end up, bro, you end up at the same.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not even a difference.
And now you have to have maybe 2 or 3 jobs to keep afloat.
And a side hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Bro, look, I was doing my regular job and doing Lyft, Uber Eats, all that shit on the side. Because like if you're not doing it, you're gonna sink. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like slowly getting into debt. I'm trying to get out of debt, and this is not helping at all.
Hey, I don't know, man, but
and we're sending. I'm sorry, but and we're sending so much money over to Ukraine. We're sending billions and billions of dollars there.
That look, that was a topic that I ended up having with Shakib, and I personally think that fine. You know, it's great for us to help out.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not opposed to helping.
Not at all.
Especially with how the story is being told on as to why that war started, right? So by all means, let's help out a country that's in need.
Yeah.
I get that. But what I was getting at was that I just don't understand why we're getting rid of, and here's it's going to veer off topic a little bit, but for instance, what is it like within the next 10 years or next 5 years, that they're planning on getting
electric everything.
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Then now it's like, well, if you have a gas fueled car, fine, you can have it, but from here on, no more manufacturing or selling.
They can't make anymore.
Exactly.
They can still sell the cars that already exist.
Right.
Yeah, and they can
but no more manufacturing.
Yeah, no more manufacturing
fuel vehicles.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
So here's my concern with that is, for instance, here in California, what is it like from 4 to 7 p.m. we can't.
It's a joke, bro. We don't have the infrastructure for the things that we have now.
That's what I'm getting
at.
Let
alone
like
millions of more electric cars.
How is it that now the way that things are from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. we can't use any electronics, or they suggest it, right?
Dude,
or like for instance in your county, in LA County, they shut down the power grid.
Yeah.
How are you expecting for people to be traveling? Let's say, okay, let's go ahead and move over to using Teslas and electronic vehicles, right? How am I going to power my vehicle when the power grid's out?
They say don't use don't power your high capacity appliances within this time to this time. Well, that's time people are at home charging their cars.
Right.
You can't charge your car. So what the hell? You can't even get to work the next day? It's like and we're literally siphoning off power from other places. You know what I mean?
Which we
don't even have water, bro. There's no water. We don't have electricity. We don't have water. We're conserving everything, but they want to move to something that we don't even have.
Here's something that's wild. Did you hear that the situation out in Florida?
about how
bro, there's a bunch of streets that are being over flooded, and because now I guess even the levees, they're starting to break, and water is just overflowing everywhere. Houses are flooded, and people's.
I hope we're not gonna treat Florida like we treated Puerto Rico.
I don't think we would.
That was
even though I think
terrible,
the whole Puerto Rico situation was. I mean, they're part of the country.
Yes, of course. Yeah, they're Americans. There are people. They're Puerto Ricans, but they're American. It's American. It's a USA territory.
Yeah.
So it's like, why are we not helping them like we would help any other state?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. This is what I'm saying about going back to what I was talking about helping Ukraine. That's fine. We can help Ukraine. That's fine. But you can't help someone else at the expense of your own people. That's like me. I'm helping all these families. You know, like all these families need help. I'm helping all these families, but my family needs help, and I'm not helping.
Here's, you know what I mean. And this is just my take. I may be wrong. Whatever. Thing wrong. Is that forget you. The thing is that I personally feel that there's money.
Yeah,
there's money up on top.
Of course. But
we're the ones that are suffering the stranglehold, bro. And in order for them to not look bad, it's like, all right, well, let's go ahead and help out another country. That's just my take.
Yeah.
Right. So it's me as a voter, I would be like, all right, well, they did go and help out another country. But it's like you said, on the flip side, though, it's like we're suffering here at home.
Dude, it's like this state, we have more of the homeless population than any other state by far.
Here in
California, in LA County especially, and we're just throwing money at it and saying, "Oh, we need to." Yeah, dude, it looks like a war zone, bro.
It's bad.
That's why I don't go down there. I don't even want my kids to see that. It's like
it's starting to. And here in Ventura County, you really didn't see it much.
It's sprinkled in here and there now.
It's starting to come down here now. Like here off of just on the main street here.
Right.
You see it. Like sporadically starting to scatter here and there.
And bro, look, I'm very what's the word? I'm very oh man, the word escapes me right now, but sympathetic to homeless, to the homeless or unhoused, however you want to categorize them. I was homeless myself for almost 2 years. So I know how it is living on the street, but after a while, you have to make a decision. Some people don't have that decision to make. Some people are battling mental illness and they need to be somewhere where they need to get help. Sometimes you need to be forced in to get that help because if you can't make that decision yourself. But for the people that are able-bodied and that are still choosing because they don't want to get off drugs or alcohol or whatever their vice is, ultimately, it is their choice.
Yeah.
It was my choice to continue that life and accept it or to change it. I decided to change it. Like, God did not want this for me. I did not want this for myself. I wasn't going to give up, and I didn't. And this is like almost 18 years ago now. And I'm a damn better person for going through it. But ultimately, it was my choice. You have to make that choice. A lot of people that are there are just accepting their situation. You can't accept that situation. That's how I feel. I go down the street from my house and I see them, and like I said, I'm sympathetic to them, but it's trash everywhere. It's like, it's disgusting, man. They're bathing on fire hydrants and stuff. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, I don't know if it was in LA or if it was in somewhere in San Fernando, where they ended up creating a little mock village, I guess.
Okay.
Where they have
like little tiny houses.
Like little tiny houses.
That's fine.
Where it's like a single cottage for them to sleep on, and then inside the same one, there's like a little small sink.
Right.
And then obviously they have 3 square meals a day because the staff goes out to that area and they feed them or whatever.
Well, look, see, but that's almost a crutch.
Yeah.
Because like if they know that they can get these services and they still don't have to be responsible for their own actions, for their own self, they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
And then when you take it away from them, then they're going to complain and go right back to doing what they've been doing. It's an endless cycle. Like housing is not going to work for them.
For people like that, bro, I don't understand why we haven't created, and I may be wrong. I really haven't done my research. I'll admit it. But just out of what I've seen, why don't we have programs for individuals that are like that are having to go through some hard times, and then why not put them in rehab?
Well, because rehab, a lot of times it doesn't work, because a lot of times rehab is you have to choose to be there. It's a choice.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, for those that make the choice, why not make that program available? Exactly. And then not only that, but like create, for instance, instead of having people like you and I, for instance, right, to go down to that area and feed these homeless people, right, or however you want to call them, why not give those jobs to them, so that way they know, okay, I'm going to rehab, I have a job, right, to give them a routine, to know that they're another person in this society that has purpose. You know what I mean?
You know what? Like, that's where the Salvation Army is a great program, because that's what they do. They do exactly what you're talking about. Is what the Salvation Army does. I have a friend that I was in high school with. She's gone through the Salvation Army. I'm not gonna say her name because we haven't spoken in a while. Yeah. But she went through that program and she's doing great. I'm so proud of her. You know what I mean? She has her kids and she's doing her thing, and she credits her success to the Salvation Army. And I've seen plenty of other stories that are the same. They're doing very, very good work. If they can do it, why don't they just model it after that?
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. If you see something that's working, scale on that. You know what I mean? Like, because what they have now, like you said, it's just like, okay, you can go here, you can have a place to stay, some food, whatever. But then what?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what I mean? if you give them these
skills,
programs,
give them skills and stuff.
It's going to be more of an opportunity for them to be able to survive and thrive in society.
Exactly. Instead of just throwing money at the problem, they just keep throwing money and money. It's not going to, building housing is not going to work, because if they don't have the skills to move through this life, you know what I mean, then it's not going to do any good.
Where I feel for those people, bro, is the people that are battling mental illnesses.
Yes.
For instance, like, in my family, I have an uncle of mine that's schizophrenic.
Okay.
And I mean, thank God for my family that we've stuck together, and he has a home. You know, he's well taken care of. Right. But imagine individuals that are battling some type of illness and don't have those resources, and that's why they're out on the street.
Yeah. I mean, look, there used to be mental institutions, and the state and government, they closed all that because there was a lot of bad shit going on.
Yeah, I know. My uncle was in plenty of those.
But this is like what, like 30 years ago, something like that?
Yeah.
They can build facilities now and like staff them with good people that really care and that can put those people in there.
Right there.
But there's a lot of people
what you just said right now is having to find people that
actually care.
Sincerely care.
Yeah.
I mean, how many cases haven't we heard of? And I'm just gonna mention something that happened just recently.
Okay.
On the news lines or whatever, but for instance, in retirement homes, bro, you're over here, you're thinking, if I can't take care of, let's say for instance, like my grandmother, right? Or if I can't take care of my aunt or whoever, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save up this money. I'm going to put them in a retirement home, and I'm going to make sure that at least financially I could provide. Right. But
you just can't
since I can't take care of them physically because I got work, I got this going on or whatever, I'll go ahead and I'll put them in here so that way I know that they have a nurse at hand. They can go ahead and have their medication given to them at whatever time. I know that they're going to be fed, whatever the case may be, right? And then all of a sudden you're starting to hear stories come out from different retirement homes that, oh, this elderly person was physically abused
or beaten, or sexually abused.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, can we really find sincere and honest people that would legitimately care for other humans that have these illnesses?
That's why you do
without those concerns in the back.
This is why you do extensive background checks on people. A lot of people are getting in because they know this person, they know this person. No, background checks.
Yeah.
That's what they need.
Yeah.
Just like they say we need police reform, all that. Reform this too.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's
like
true.
There are people out there that genuinely care, that want to care for these people. And there are people that are on the street. I see it every day. They're walking, just yelling at themselves and yelling at the air, and they really need help, man. And they can't make that decision themselves, and they have no one to make that decision for them. So government, at that time, I think the state, because we're in the state of California, the state needs to step in, and they need to take those people off of the street.
Yeah.
Those people, they're hurting people, and they're hurting themselves.
Did you see what they ended up doing? I don't know where it was. I caught it on YouTube just recently, where they were gathering people from I don't know what county, and then they ended up dropping them off in San Francisco. And just out in the middle of the street, bro.
Wow.
In a random neighborhood, they were just like, all right, you know what, dude, we don't want this person that doesn't have a home
here
to be wandering our streets.
Right,
so we're gonna go and pick them up, and we're gonna drop them off in San Francisco.
Wow, I did not hear about that.
It was on the news, bro. I'm telling you, like, how are we gonna be so unsympathetic to these people and so cold-hearted to where it's like, you know what? As long as it's not in my sight, I don't care.
Yeah. And we're supposed to be civilization. Right? Fuck, man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, these people are not to be just. I'm not talking about just like throw them away. Get them genuine help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're human beings, bro. They deserve it.
Some people can come back. They just need medication for it. Like some people can function in society. They're going through a lot of shit, man. Excuse my language, but they're going through a lot of shit and they need help. And they're not getting it.
That's why I don't like going into politics.
Right.
Because of the fact that I know that there's so many things, bro, that could be fixed in our country, but the greed, you know, the selfishness is just so overwhelming rampant, to where people are just like, I'm gonna keep this money to myself. Why do I have to help people that person out? Give up.
See, look, I really believe this. A lot of people go into politics believing that they can change things in the beginning, but then when they really get in and they see all the BS that goes on, and they're trying to get things pushed through and all the red tape they got to jump through, it becomes so daunting that they just give up and they just become part of the fray.
Yeah, that's true.
It's sad, but it's true.
All right. So we've got a little bit of an idea that we want to try out, and we're gonna be doing this from now on. If you guys do us a favor and give us your feedback as to what you think, we're gonna be adding a segment to our pod from here on. Hopefully this does well. If it does, we'll keep it going.
Right.
If not, I guess we'll go a different route. But we're gonna be throwing another segment on here towards the end of our pod every now and then. That's gonna be called Random Questions.
Random Questions. You give us your questions and we'll read them on air, then we'll answer them.
But since we don't have any questions to go off of right now, we're actually going to be feeding off each other.
Let's do it,
man. And so whatever pops off the top of your head, just go ahead and ask away.
Go for it.
But here's one question that I have for you. If there was one place that you could visit right this minute, where would it be?
Oh, wow. Africa.
Even with the stuff how it is right now.
I mean,
if everything
was good, you know what I mean. If there was no pandemic and everything like that, that's where I would want to go. I'd want to visit there, I want to visit Barbados because these are places that I have trace lineage in.
Okay.
So
the whole ancestry.
Yeah,
thing?
yeah.
Okay,
So like
okay.
I see these are places like, okay, well, I got lineage everywhere, bro. My ancestry is all over the place. So it's all over the place.
I've been spread all over the
Spread
continent.
all over the place, bro. I got like people in Italy. I'm thinking like the Sicilians probably in Italy.
That's
And
crazy.
then Denmark, Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, then in Barbados. These are places that I want to go.
And those would all be some
Beautiful
nice places to
bro.
visit. Yeah.
How about yourself? Where would you want to go?
There's actually a very, very
that
long
you haven't
list.
been already.
Right. Because of my photography, there's actually so many beautiful places. I want to go visit Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
I want to visit Scotland.
Okay.
I want to visit the Netherlands. I want to visit. I forget this one place. It's very well known for its beaches.
Okay.
Where it's pretty much like the ocean is practically crystal clear.
Okay.
And it's pretty much tropical all the time. It's super warm, but it's nice to be. I forget the name of the place. But that was another place that I wanted to visit. And then
another place I do want to visit is the Amazon rainforest, bro.
That'd be beautiful to go.
Right, bro?
Yeah.
I mean,
and New Zealand is another one.
Yeah.
New Zealand's another one that I want to visit.
I want to travel the world, bro.
Same here.
I want to travel the world.
I've actually been wanting to go visit Spain. Okay. Is another one. I've been wanting to go to possibly Germany.
Okay. I have some minis there.
Really?
Yes, bro.
That's crazy.
That's pretty. Hey, well, come on.
And then I really want to say that that's really all I could think about right now. Those are the places that I want to visit and just photograph everything that I set my eyes on.
Okay.
You know?
I have a question for you. Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
I really, like I told you before, I actually started going back to school, and I'm getting another degree, and this one's going to be geared towards photography. I'm hoping two things. Okay. Number one, that this podcast takes off.
Right.
And then number two, that my photography takes off.
Definitely. Well, I believe that's going to take off.
I really hope so, man.
I see the work that you do, bro. It's amazing, bro.
I appreciate it. And it's just the fact that I can take an image and make it my own art form and then set that out to the world for the world to see. It sets in a great feeling to me when I start getting feedback, and it just pushes me, it motivates me to keep bettering the craft more and more. So I'm hoping that within that time frame that I'll be doing good.
It's gonna happen, bro. Yeah, it'll happen for you, bro. You're a very ambitious person, so it's definitely gonna happen. You push me a lot, which no. I really appreciate that. Sometimes you need someone to push you. You know what I mean? Just like me going to the gym, you push me to go to the gym, bro. You know, so I really appreciate that. But as for myself, I have a lot of things that I want to do. A lot of things that I'm pretty good at. I believe I'm good at cooking. I like to cook a lot. Like I was telling you about, like my wife and I was thinking about starting like a food thing, like a food truck or something like that. And I mean, if all goes well, you know, if I get this new position and everything goes well, then I can see myself really starting to focus on that more, you know. So I would really like to.
That would be something good. I mean, like I told you before, it's just as long as you are in something that you're passionate about, exactly. There's really no wrongdoing.
Right. Yeah. It's no longer a job. It's just, it is what it is. Yeah. It's your passion.
And not only that, man, but once you get your hands on making that start, and you're in it,
right.
Every single day, and I'm only telling you because of experience, and again, going back to the whole photography thing, it makes me hungry to do it more and more and more every single day.
Right.
And the better I get at it, the more I want to do it.
Right.
And it's going to be the same thing with you. Once you make that initial step to where you go whichever route you want to go to, you're going to, as soon as you start, you're going to want to just run with it.
Yeah.
And you're not, there may be, there may be some bumps along the road here and there. Right. But it just, like, for instance, with me, right, if I couldn't get an image to look a certain way, then it challenges me to figure out how to better it.
Right.
You know, so it's like, for instance, I wasn't able to really capture a good photograph at night. Right. And now it's like, now that I figured it out and I know what I'm doing, that's the first thing I want to do. I want to go and take a night portrait at night, or I want to go and take a landscape picture at night, or whatever the case may be, right? But it's like, it gets me more and more excited the better I get.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Here's another question for you. If you had all the money in the world, money was not an issue. Right. And storage wasn't an issue either.
Okay.
What's the top car that you would want to get yourself?
I'm very modest, bro. When it comes to cars, I'm not like fancy car guy. I'm so okay. I'm not a fancy car guy. I mean, of course, I'd want a nice car, you know, but
again, money's not a problem. Storage is not a problem. What would be your car?
Like right now, like the car that I'm like have, the first car that pops into my head is a Genesis G80. That's
okay.
I love the look of it. I love the sleekness of it. I love the way it drives. I got to test drive one. I love it, bro. I love it. Like I said, I'm a very modest person. I don't. I mean, I
am too, but it's like
you're
I
fancy
guess,
though. You fancy, bro.
Yeah.
You fancy, bro.
For me, like, look, there's already two cars that I could think of. Okay. One's a car, the other one's a truck.
Okay.
The car I would want a Skyline.
Yep, of course.
I would want to go with an original Skyline, right, and just customize it myself from top to bottom.
Right.
And then the truck I would want. I don't know why. It doesn't look sleek. It's not as fancy as like a Silverado or
right.
But I want a Toyota Tundra, like a top of the line, the TRD Tundra.
Okay.
I don't know why, but ever since that truck came out, bro, I've been
something about it.
Is just I want to get my hands on it.
Oh wow.
It just, for me. And correct me if I'm wrong, but the TRD Tundra is just, it's a sporty truck.
Yeah, I mean.
And it's still a V8.
Yeah, a lot of power, man.
So that's why I just, for me, it's like it catches my eye and it catches my attention. So that's what I've been wanting. Anyway, any other questions
that's all
you
I got for now, man.
That's all you got for now.
We'll be waiting for you guys' questions next time.
That's right. Well, I guess this is it. This is the end of our podcast for the day.
Yeah, man.
We got plenty of other topics that we want to touch base on, but we'll save those for another time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, please.
Please make sure you hit that bell for the notifications. Yep. Make sure you follow us. More to come.
Yeah, man.
All right. Like I said from the very first podcast, we're here to stay. Right?
Definitely.
All right, guys. Well, we're the Ordinary Guys. We're signing out.
See you next time.
Peace.
Peace.